Let's get back to Tarrant County and the area near South Fort Worth and Benbrook. Winds were so strong overnight, they toppled a brick wall and ripped off the metal rooftop of High Ridge Church, crumpling up like a piece of paper. And that's where we find Lauren Zakalik tonight, live with more. Lauren?
Yeah, Izzy, at this hour, there is still a lot of action here at the High Ridge Church, and this is the reason why. You can see this is the metal that was ripped off the roof earlier this morning, and you can see crews up on the top there working furiously to get this off so they can go on with repairs. This is just an example of some of the damage we saw today in Tarrant County.
You might want to come down here. Your car is smashed.
They were not the words Dakota Bybee expected to hear from her fiancé Wednesday morning.
And I said, no, you're lying. And it was.
Indeed, her car was one of four crushed when the brick facade of an apartment building crumbled like Legos during the storms overnight.
I'm speechless. I really am speechless.
Somehow, Bybee slept through it all.
I just started screaming, I think it was a tornado, I think it was a tornado.
Tanya, too, however, did not.
My poor little Mickey Mouse.
Miles away in Benbrook, she was jolted awake when her home took a brutal beating.
And there was just this big boom, and it just felt like I was lifting, and I looked up, and you could see the ceiling fan. It was coming down at me, and then it just went up.
But what goes up
it looked like the wind caught a corner and just peeled it off like a Coke top.
Must come down.
We have our roof hanging off the side of our building, and this is our entire worship center roof.
At the High Ridge Church on the Benbrook-Fort Worth border, the heavy-duty metal roof looked more like tin foil after the storm had its way with it.
Oh yeah, the worship center's soaked. So we just put carpet in a year ago, brand new carpet.
They shared this drone video with us, giving us another perspective of the damage, which they began fixing immediately.
We'll be good and ready to rock and roll for Easter.
A bit of optimism in the midst of a midweek mess.
Now, I just asked crews here how long they estimate it's going to take to get the metal roofing off of the top of the building. They say about 2 to 3 days. That is no surprise to me. That storm was just incredible last night. I was awake for it, as I know a lot of you were as well. The sound of the phone went off and the sirens. It really shook a lot of us up. But the amazing thing about all the spots that we went today, no injuries. Back to you.
Lauren Zakalik tonight reporting for us. Thank you, Lauren.